Hello, true believers. Flying solo back with you with some more Marvel United content here. As you can see, I am taking up our entire kitchen table. Luckily, my wife's at work, so I can't get yelled at. For this, anyway. We are doing another Marvel United randomizer. If you joined us last time, we were defeated in the very last turn by Mr. Sinister right before we were going to pull off a win. But close only counts. Blah, blah, blah. We lost. So we are going to pick 3 new heroes, random. And there's the sets that we have that are going into this. We are not including locations. I have already randomly selected locations. Let's see what we get. Spin the wheel, make the deal. It is Wasp, Nebula, and Nova against the Kingpin. All right, there you have it. And it is... voila. Wasp, Nebula, and Nova. Taking on Wilson Fisk, the Kingpin. There he is in all his glory. Gonna get focused in. Look at that angry scowl. Oh, I'm gonna get you. Okay. What a weirdo. All right, here's our setup. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna put Kingpin at 1, 2, 3 right here in the New York Police Headquarters. That corrupt slime ball, and that will put all 3 heroes over here in Times Square. Okay. You may rescue 1 from this location. I haven't really looked at these. So let's reveal the threat cards here. I don't know what Kingpin does. Yeah, let's rewind a bit. So Kingpin, his special setup made us put 1 plan token on each of these. And they're going to be random. So that's going to be 1, 5, 6, 3, 2, and 4. Okay. Now let's read together what the Kingpin is going to do. So, when a hero is KO'd, he does not BAM. Instead, he plays another Master Plan card. Okay? On his BAM, he deals 1 damage to each hero in Kingpin's location. That's not so bad. His Overflow, if 1 or more tokens can't be added to a location, as always, deal 1 damage to each hero in that location. Okay, so pretty basic, but his Villainous Plot. The heroes lose when Kingpin has discarded all 6 plan tokens. Okay, I've never played this guy. I don't know what to expect. So I imagine a bunch of his cards are going to interact with the plan tokens. So give that a little shuffle. And he has 8 health on 3 heroes. So he's going to begin his turn by moving 4 and overflowing a bunch of locations here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let me add that to the story. I got some glare on the table here. Well, we're just going to have to live with it. We're just going to have to live with the glare. I ain't no professional YouTuber or anything. So hopefully you can see in the story there. Yeah, okay. So 2 civilians and 1 civilian here in Times Square. Luckily, there's a lot of space there. And 1 in the Avengers Mansion, which is an overflow to deal 1 damage to each hero in that location, but there is no hero. But as you can see, we are very full up with what we can, with our locations here. Full, on the verge. Well, let's take a look here. So we'll go to Nebula, who is going to be our player 1, and draw us a card, and take a think of what we're going to do. So, secrets. As long as this threat is in play, rescued civilians are discarded instead of being put on the mission card. Any rescued, not just from that location. Connections, the same thing, but for thugs. I guess I can bring it up there so you can see it. So if any defeated thugs are just discarded, they are not put on the mission card. That's the same thing. Connections, so I guess he's going to have... Okay, now corrupted elite thugs. Any civilian in this location... Sorry, I was painting the Incredible Hulk there, as you can see. Check that out. Rawr. I don't know. The eyes are funny. Anyway, I got a little paint on my fingers there, so yeah. Anyway, any civilian in this location is immediately turned into a thug. So there's only civilians there. Each thug in this location requires 2 damage to be defeated. So they're all thugs. Okay, now this is, I can see getting really hard. Secrets. So that's, again, as long as this is in play, rescued civilians are discarded. And Bullseye! Okay, Bullseye is here. Deal 1 damage to each hero in this location on a BAM. And both adjacent locations discard civilians there from each of the locations without heroes. And Bullseye is going to have 5 health. So let's go to our bucket and stack him up. Okay, now we see how the game is going to be played. And we'll go to Nebula's turn. 5 health on Bullseye. So we have to clear... Boy, If we're going to rescue civilians, we have to clear both secrets. This is terrible. So let's play this and just get to work and do what we can do. I'm going to put a star here on the secrets and use her punch to knock out this thug. Because only the thugs at this location require 2 damage to be defeated. And if I clear this, I may rescue a civilian, which it will just discard one, but it is going to be, yeah, only from that location. Okay, so that is 1 thug, and he gets discarded instead of defeated, but we'll keep the, at least it's not a full location. And now we're going to go to Nova's turn. Like I said in the last video, I find this game to be incredibly difficult. I think it is a brain burner. That's my opinion. So I could do this and clear, but the fights would be wasted. Suppose I could do a wild. We have to finish this secrets and move to the next secrets. And then we're kind of committed to rescuing citizens, because I don't think we're going to be able to clear both secrets and both connections. Shuri's lab, I think we're just going to have to forget about. I don't know, but we'll see what the Kingpin is going to do. So we're going to pick a wild. I play, by the way, on... oh, let's look at the story. Okay, I play, by the way, on hard difficulty. So that's the one where there are no... You take... Well, there could be more than one, but you remove the double wild icons. So there we go. And so we're going to put 2 here to clear this secrets. And... you know what? I'm going to put 1 there. So I'm going to use this to put 1 here. I'm going to use this to move. So let's move Nova up here. Down here. No, because they need 2 health to fight. Well, you know what? Forget about it. I'll just clear it. And then I will rescue a guy, which will discard it at the end of turn. So that's 1... And we can collect the skull for the cleared threats. At least. Okay. And let's see what the Wasp is going to bring us. I haven't played with any of these characters yet, so we have a couple of special abilities here. You cannot take any damage until the beginning of your next turn. Okay. Move. Move, move, fight. Move, move, or just move, move. This is what my my thought is to get. I got to get here so I can start rescuing citizens. Okay. And the fight is useless here because I need 2 fights. I could move, fight, fight, and kind of make my way over there and knock 1 guy out here. Like that. That's what I'll do. And that is my turn. Sorry, let's move this up here a little bit and put the storyline here so you can see it easily. Okay, so we'll just take a look at the last 2. And now it's going to be Kingpin's turn. So let's see what he draws up. He's going to move once and drop 3 thugs. So he's going to move here. And he's going to drop 3 thugs to this location. So that's 1 we have room for. I moved the wrong one. And 2 is going to be damage on the Wasp. So she's going to lose 2 cards to underneath the deck. Okay, brutal. And that will go in the storyline, and that will bring us back to our turn. So I have a move and a fight, and Nebula. Okay, fight, 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 fight. Shep, okay. Even if I get her over there, can I get... I guess I'm going to have to just move slowly everybody over there. So... No, because if I use this, then Nova won't be able to utilize the fight tokens for anything, really. So I would keep moving. I'm just going to play a wild. So move, move, fight, or move, fight, fight. I will move, move, and to just stay there. And I'll sacrifice the fight. After we do this one, then we can rescue all civilians. Okay, and that's going to go to Nova's turn. I am the help, 2 stars. So wild and 2 stars in adjacent location. Okay, we're gonna play this for sure. That's awesome card. So you can take a look at this one here. It's the special abilities for Nova. So we're gonna move. We're gonna drop 2 stars in an adjacent location. And, you know, we could drop a star here. Well, we'll drop 2 stars here. The first thing. Okay, so move, drop 2 stars, and we have another wild icon. I don't know, like, if we get it here and we get rid of this thing, then we'll have 3 clear threats, but I don't know if I want to commit to that. So I'll move him. But if I move him and he causes a bam, we're in Bullseye's. Deal 1 damage to each hero in this location and both adjacent areas. Discard 1 from each of these locations without heroes. So Fisk hasn't bammed yet, so you know all the bams are coming without heroes. So we want a hero there. Yeah, I'm going to move him here. And we have the Wasp. It's probably not a good idea to take, but I'm going to use her wild, like so. We'll just keep these things condensed. So she cannot take damage until the beginning of our next turn. So we will move, we'll drop a star, and we'll rescue a guy from Avengers Mansion, since we cleared both of those threats. So, and at the end of turn in Avengers Mansion, you may draw until you have 3 cards in your hand. So that is our second clear threat. And Wasp will end her turn and draw 2 cards. And there you go. Full health, as it were. That's going to bring the Kingpin's turn. And Wasp cannot take any damage until her next turn. Okay. What is with this glare? How can I get rid of the glare? Leave a comment, because I don't know. So I think our strategy is going to be to rescue civilians now. And maybe we'll kill Bullseye. We'll see how it goes. We'll see where Wilson is after this turn. So, advance the plan. Place him in the location with the lowest numbered plan token and discard it. He's in Times Square, and that's gone. And then he bams. So 1 damage here. Nobody's there. 1 damage to each adjacent location from Bullseye. So that's going to damage Nebula and Nova. So we'll get rid of the 2 1-fight cards. And then he's going to discard from each of these locations without heroes. So these 2 are lost. Whether we're going to have enough civilians to even rescue now is the question. Because he is dropping thugs. And that's bad. So he drops 2 here, which will cause damage to a hero in this location, which is nobody. He drops 2 here, where we're pretty safe. And he cannot drop any here, cause an overflow again. But there's nobody there. So he doesn't do anything. But he has discarded 1 of his tokens. And if he loses all 6, that's it. We're done. So there was his card. We're going to put it in the story. And we're going to go to Nebula. We have some fight here. So just got a wild, and we're going to do a double fight, and we're going to stop Bullseye in his tracks. 1, 2. So he's down to 3. And if we go to the police headquarters, we are going to be able to discard a thug from any location. Hey, we like it. Okay. Nova is I am the help again. That's nice. Okay, I'm going to use that to drop 2 stars down here, the corrupted elite thugs. That's going to be the 4th threat that we're going to clear, because we're going to forget about connections. We're going to clear this, and we're going to rescue civilians. Wild and fight. So he's going to move. Oh, I moved him. Whoops. It should be Nebula. Sorry. And fight. Bullseye has 1 health left now. So we are going to go to the Wasp. She has a wild. We'll just give her a wild and a fight. Burn one of the easy ones. Wild and fight. And destroy Bullseye. Burn one of the less useful cards. There goes Bullseye. He is bammed and out. Now, we're all sitting in the police headquarters talking to them about how we're going to stop Wilson Fisk. Condensed. And let's see what he's going to do this time. Why would Bullseye just be sitting outside of police headquarters when he could be, like, hiding in outer space? Okay, he's going to move to the location with the lowest numbered plan token right here and discard it. Then he's going to bam, which is nothing. Then he's going to drop 2 thugs. You know what? I think we went around about this perhaps the wrong way. There, 2 thugs here, and he's going to drop 2 thugs in the sanctuary, which he can't. Perhaps it will be impossible to rescue the civilians, and we should have done the connections and started beating up the thugs. But it's too late. We're invested. We are invested. We have a fight. A discard 1 from any location. Okay. So we're back to Nebula. Fight in both adjacent locations and fight. So let's do that. She'll fight here and fight 2 here. And they're just going to get discarded, unfortunately. But we're going to keep the board clear that way. We'll go to Nova. Stars. He has a fight, which he will use here. We're kind of stuck without being able to move, huh? I'll use the rescue to grab this guy. Okay, that is 1 for rescue civilians, and our second of 9. So we have to head over to Sanctuary and start grabbing these guys. The Wasp. You can move to any location and fight there. Let's do that then, because I'm going to move her here. Buzz, buzz. And fight and rescue. And at the end of turn, I can rescue another one. So that's 4 rescued civilians. And now it is Kingpin's turn. Moving 5 and dropping just what we need, but in a dangerous way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First, there's no bam, so he is not going to hit us. He's going to drop 3 dudes exactly where we need them. 1, 2. This is actually pretty beneficial for us. 1, 2, 3. And he's going to drop. I suppose we're going to put the thug first. So thug and civilian. And nobody there to take any damage. And thug, 2 civilians. Nobody there to take any damage either. So that is the Kingpin's turn. And what a blunder he has made. He has embarrassed himself. You may draw until you have 3 cards in your hand. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Move and fight. You may draw until you have 3 cards in your hand. No. So a fight. Perhaps I'll... Well, at least get the move. Okay, we need to split up. I'm going to go this way and fight just to keep the location empty. And then we're going to move to Nova. And he has got the heroics that I need right here. So we're going to do a double heroic. Rescue, rescue. Move him down here and fight. At the end of turn, we will draw until we have 3 cards in our hand. Beautiful. 2 more rescued citizens. That's only 3. We'll finish this. We'll rescue a couple more citizens over here, and then we will smash the Kingpin's big, ugly face. Still our turn, as he's not under pressure yet. Let's see, we got wings. You may move yourself and any number of heroes from your location to any other location. Wow, that's a great card. But there's nobody else with us. 2 heroics, so we'll just move. We'll use a wild. We'll move up here and go to heroic. So rescue, rescue. And that is going to bring Kingpin's turn. 1 more threat, 1 more civilian. So he's got to have something up his sleeve right now. He's going to move. 1, 2, 3. We just left out of that location. So he's going to bam, which is a total miss. And then he's going to drop 2 guys here. There's no hero there. 2 guys here. There is enough space there. So Kingpin, I think, has an interesting game played here. But he has pretty much, like, luck of the draw sometimes with these things, you know. He has basically missed us at every opportunity he has had. I think we're going to have an easy win from here. First, Nebula, who is up here. Okay, we're going to do the move and the wild. She can draw until she has 3 cards in her hand. She's going to move this way again and draw a card and use her wild to... I don't want to... Yeah, we're going to use the wild here to rescue the civilians. We're going to put Kingpin under pressure. Move here. And wild to rescue and then move here. That's it. Just to get a good spread on where he's going to go. She drew a card. Okay, Nova. So Kingpin is going to activate after Nova. He's under pressure, so of course he activates every second turn. So we're going to use I am the help. Do we need to do that? I guess we can do. It'll at least give Wasp a wild. So 2 stars in an adjacent location. We'll drop it here. And that's going to finish this. Draw until you have 3 cards in your hand again at Shuri's Lab. Kingpin is ready to fight. Well, we are ready to fight him. I don't think he's going to be too happy about that. Move, move. In case he doesn't move. I'm not too familiar with how he's going to play. So there we go. No tokens for this team. That's one thing that's very, very different from the last games. Let's see where Kingpin's going to end up. Time to crack his skull open. Okay, he is advancing the plan again. So, place him in the location with the lowest number plan token. I guess I could be guessing and discarded where that's going to be. But he's, yes. So, like, this is probably the next likely place for him to come. Oh, yeah. This is probably the next likely place for him to come. So I should plan on fighting him there. But anyway, he bams here and he drops 3 to the left right here, filling it up. Or is it the left, the right, the left? Sure. Yeah, that way. I think. Put that there. Either way, but this will fill it up with thugs. He bams, so he's going to deal 1 damage to Nebula, so I'll lose this star under my deck. Oop! Okay, and that's it. Overflow does nothing again. He has missed with his overflow basically on every turn. And it is Nebula's turn now, so we have a wild, double fight, or image projection. And this will be every hero can swap a card from their hand with one of their cards in the storyline, remove the top card of the master plan deck from the game. That's interesting. I think I'll just fight him. 1, 2, 3. So condense this, and that you can see the wild and the 2 fights. So that's going to be... We're in the glare again. 1, 2, 3. So he is down to 5 only. I think he's going to come here. Nova. Okay. He's down here. Can I get anywhere with him? I can move down here, but I think I'll use him to move up here and one of his stars to rescue a guy, just to get that off the board in case Kingpin comes in swinging. And we're going to pass the rest of the icons. Well, I suppose we can fight here first. Okay, advance the plan. Yes, it is. Place him in the location with the lowest numbered plan token and discard it. So, this is going to deal 1 damage to Nova and 1 damage to the Wasp. And then he is going to overflow 2 in this location and 1 in each of these. So he puts a thug here and a thug here. And he is going to deal 1 damage to Nova and 1 damage to the Wasp again. So we're going to lose 1 of these and 1 of these. And keep our fights. I really wish we had a double fight. You know what? It would be funny. I'm talking smack about the Kingpin here if he comes back to kick our butts and win. So it's Wasp's turn. We got a move and a fight. So just bringing him down to 4. That's all. Oh, wait. We could draw a card first. It's the same thing. So, yeah. He's down to 4. He's down to 4. Okay. And then we go with Nebula, who is way out. Like, she's way out of the way. So we need to get to 5 next, so we can cut him off. So we're going to use the image projection. Wild, move, and fight. She's going to come down here. She's going to fight. Then she can draw until she has 3 cards in her hand. But first, every hero can swap a card from their hand with one of the cards in the storyline. So we're going through the storyline here. She will swap a fight for that. I believe move to any location and fight there. We'll take for the Wasp for sure. And we'll just keep, well, Wild, move. Not a lot of fighting cards on Nova, so we're just gonna, and these will not move us. So Nova's gonna take a move card. Or a wild. Oh yeah, moving. Oh, that's not. Nova's just gonna take a wild, I guess. Just so he can get access to a move. Does he have a move in a fight? Sorry, this is taking so long. We're just gonna take a wild with him. Okay. And then Nebula ends her turn. There's our storyline again. Okay. Nebula ends her turn, so she's going to draw until she has 3 cards. That's her last card. We are right at the wire here. Kingpin. He's not going to move. He's going to bam. Oh, boy. That's bad. That is nasty, man. Oh, boy. So he's going to deal 1 damage to each of us. That's going to knock both of these guys out. Terrible. Down they go. And he gets to play his next card. So this is going to move 2 and bam. So he's going to drop a civilian here, a civilian here, and a civilian here. And he's going to hit her for 1, so she'll lose this. And what does that go back here? And he drops 1 more card. He's got 1 card left. Right? Move to the lowest numbered and discard it. So that's 5. No, it's 4. No, he was already there. It's 5. There's only 1 card left. And he bams, so he hits her for 1 again. Brutal. He's going to win, this bastard. Sorry, language. And he's going to drop thugs there and there, but that's not going to do anything. So now... oh my gosh. The Bayet. Yep, that goes in there. And now it's Nova's turn, who is up with 1, 2, 3, and to draw a card. Okay, he has a wild, and he'll use a move, I guess. He has no move and fight, so he'll come here. And the Wasp. Just awful. Man, Kingpin is hard, and he's bad, and he's mean, and he sucks. She has a move and a move. And he is going to use his last card to advance the plan 1 last time. And that is going to remove token number 6, and the Kingpin defeats the heroes. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Win, lose, or draw with Flying Solo. You have seen another lose. Can you believe it? That sucks. Okay, thank you for joining us. Now you've seen how gnarly the Kingpin can be. I feel we were really, really lucky in that game. And he still completely demolished us. What could I have done differently? I don't know. Please leave me a message and let me know what I could have done differently, because I'm scratching my head. He whooped our butts. We did get a couple of damage on him, though. He had 4 out of 8 health, so we hit him a couple of times. It was bad, man. That's it. I'm out of here. Peace.